Have you ever noticed a persistent odor down there that just won't disappear, no matter how meticulous you are with hygiene? You're definitely not alone, and surprisingly, it might not be your fault at all. We're about to reveal 5 unexpected clothing habits that could be the culprits, especially for mature women. We'll also explore what you can do to feel refreshed, comfortable, and self-assured. If you're watching this video, comment "Stop Odor." Stick around until the end because these simple adjustments could revolutionize your daily comfort and boost your confidence like never before. Now, let's dive in. 1. The tight underwear trap. Let's begin with the foundation of our daily wardrobe. Underwear. It's the first thing we put on in the morning and the last thing we take off at night. Yet, how often do we truly consider its impact on our bodies? For many, underwear is more than just functional. It's about feeling put together, confident, or even a little glamorous. Perhaps you adore the sleekness of a lacy thong, the shaping power of high-waisted briefs, or the secure embrace of tight panties that perfectly hug your curves. I understand. For years, I was devoted to my collection of synthetic panties, nylon, polyester, spandex. You name it, because they made me feel polished and in control. But here's a truth often unspoken when we're younger. Our bodies evolve as we age. What worked wonders in our 30s or 40s can start causing issues in our 60s, 70s, and beyond. If you're finding this helpful, comment "healthy pairing." Tight underwear, particularly when crafted from synthetic fabrics, can be a recipe for disaster. These materials, like shiny nylon, stretchy spandex, or slick polyester, are designed to cling to your skin and create a smooth silhouette. However, they come with a significant drawback: they don't breathe. Why is this a problem? Synthetic fabrics trap heat and moisture against your skin, creating a warm, damp haven that's a 5-star resort for bacteria and yeast. The vaginal area is naturally warm and moist, relying on airflow to maintain balance and health. When you encase it in non-breathable materials, you disrupt that balance. Bacteria, like Escherichia coli, or yeast, like Candida albicans, can flourish, leading to not just odor, but also irritation, itching, or even infections like bacterial vaginosis or yeast infections. Studies reveal that women who wear synthetic underwear are more susceptible to these issues, especially if the underwear is tight, as it increases friction and further traps moisture. And let's address odor directly. That less than fresh smell you might notice is often the result of bacteria breaking down sweat, natural vaginal secretions, or dead skin cells in an environment where they can thrive unchecked. The tighter the underwear, the worse it becomes because there's no room for air to circulate and dry things out. Add in menopause-related changes, like thinner vaginal tissues or shifts in pH, and the problem can escalate. Let me share a real-life example. I had a friend, Brenda, who went through this exact struggle. She was in her late 60s, vibrant and stylish, but privately battling embarrassment over a persistent odor she couldn't eliminate. She thought it was her diet, hygiene, or even a medical issue she was too shy to discuss. She resorted to harsh soaps and douches, which only aggravated her sensitive skin and worsened the situation. Finally, during a casual conversation, she confided in me, and I inquired about her underwear. It turned out she'd been wearing the same synthetic shapewear-style panties for years because they gave her a slimmer look under her dresses. Fashion was making her miserable. On my advice, Brenda switched to 100% cotton underwear, loose-fitting, breathable, and unbleached. Within a week, the odor vanished. Her irritation subsided, and she felt like herself again. She even joked about how she'd been suffering for vanity all that time. That's the power of a small change. If you want to stay fresh and comfortable, it's time to rethink your underwear drawer. My rule now is, if it doesn't breathe, I don't wear it. Cotton is king because it's soft, absorbent, and allows air to circulate, keeping your skin dry and balanced. Look for 100% cotton or bamboo underwear. Bamboo is another natural, breathable option with antimicrobial properties. Avoid blends with synthetic fibers, as even a small percentage of spandex can reduce breathability. Opt for looser styles, like classic briefs or boxer-style underwear that don't cling too tightly. If you crave a bit of style, there are plenty of cotton panties with pretty detail, like embroidery or soft elastic, that don't sacrifice comfort. And here's a pro tip: check the crotch. It should be cotton, too, not a synthetic liner that traps moisture. Other tips: wash underwear in hypoallergenic, fragrance-free detergent to avoid irritation. Change daily, or more if you're active, to keep things fresh. Sleep without underwear if you can. It allows your body to breathe overnight. Avoid thongs if you're prone to infections, as they can transfer bacteria from back to front. Life's too short for itchy lace, swampy spandex, or constant worry about odor. Comfort is the new sexy, and trust me, you'll feel liberated when you make the switch. If you're still watching, comment wonderful. 2. The pajama predicament. Oh, this one's going to resonate with many of us. Raise your hand if you have a favorite pair of pajamas, the ones that are so soft, perfectly broken in, maybe even a little faded, that you can't imagine sleeping in anything else. They're like a warm hug at the end of a long day. You slip them on after dinner, lounge on the couch, sleep in them, and then, well, maybe you wear them the next night, too, and the night after that. No judgment here, we've all been there. But here's the harsh truth. Wearing the same pajamas night after night without washing them can transform your cozy sleepwear into a breeding ground for odor-causing bacteria. Even if you're not someone who sweats heavily, your body is constantly producing moisture, natural oils, and dead skin cells while you sleep. These get absorbed into your pajamas, especially in the pelvic area, which is warm, covered, and prone to trapping bacteria. Over time, this can lead to a musty, stubborn odor that lingers even after you shower. When you sleep, your body is in a state of repair and renewal, but it's also shedding skin cells and producing sweat and vaginal secretions. Even if you don't feel sweaty, pajamas, especially bottoms, are in close contact with your skin for hours. And if you're wearing them multiple nights in a row, those fabrics become a petri dish for bacteria like Staphylococcus or Corymacterium. These microbes thrive in warm, moist environments and can produce compounds that cause unpleasant smells. If you're menopausal, hormonal changes can make your skin and vaginal microbiome more sensitive, amplifying the issue. Plus, pajamas often aren't as breathable as we think. Many are made from synthetic blends or treated with chemicals that reduce airflow. Even cotton pajamas can lose their breathability if they're old, pilled, or washed with fabric softeners that coat the fibers. The result is a cycle of odor that's hard to break unless you change your habits. I'll confess, I used to be guilty of this. Years ago, I had a pair of flannel pajama pants that were my absolute favorite. They were soft, cozy, and just the right weight for year-round wear. I'd wear them for 3, 4, sometimes 5 nights in a row, thinking, they don't smell bad, so what's the harm? I wasn't sweating buckets and showered daily, so I figured I was in the clear. Then I started noticing a faint musty odor that seemed to follow me no matter how much I washed. I tried everything: fancy soaps, stronger deodorants, even cutting out garlic from my diet. Nothing worked. Finally, a nurse friend pointed out that my pajamas might be the culprit. I was skeptical, but I decided to try rotating my sleepwear. I bought 2 more pairs of cotton pajama pants and started changing them every night or 2, washing them in hot water with a mild detergent. Within days, the odor was gone. I felt fresher, more feminine, and honestly, more cared for. It was such a simple fix, but it made a world of difference. The key to keeping things fresh is rotation and hygiene. Aim to have at least 3 pairs of pajama bottoms so you can switch them out every night or 2. This gives each pair time to air out and be washed. Stick to 100% cotton or bamboo pajamas, which wick moisture and allow airflow. Avoid synthetic blends or flannel that's too heavy. Wash after 1 or 2 wears. Even if they don't look or smell dirty, bacteria can build up. Use a fragrance-free detergent and skip fabric softeners, which can trap odors. Shower before bed. This reduces the amount of oils and bacteria you transfer to your pajamas. If you're not washing them daily, hang them in a well-ventilated area during the day to dry out any residual moisture. This small habit change doesn't just keep odors at bay. It's a way to treat yourself with the care you deserve. There's something empowering about slipping into fresh, clean pajamas every night. It's like a little gift to yourself, and at our age, we've earned it. I believe you're enjoying this video. Before we continue, make sure you subscribe, like, and share this video. Comment wonderful if you're enjoying this video. 3. The constant panty liner habit. This one's a sensitive topic, and I'm approaching it with all the warmth and understanding in the world. For many women, panty liners are a daily necessity. Perhaps you manage light bladder leaks, occasional discharge, or simply appreciate the feeling of an extra layer of defense. We've been taught that liners equate to cleanliness, and in some situations, they do offer peace of mind. But here's what most of us don't realize. Wearing panty liners all day, every day, especially the disposable kind, can create more problems than it resolves, including persistent odors. If you use panty liners, comment daily comfort. Why is this a problem? Most disposable panty liners are designed with convenience in mind, not optimal skin health. They typically feature a plastic backing to prevent leaks, a core of bleached wood pulp or synthetic fibers, and sometimes added fragrances to maintain a perception of freshness. The issue: these materials fashion a sealed, non-breathable environment that traps heat and moisture against your skin. It's akin to wrapping your sensitive vaginal area in plastic film for extended periods. Your skin requires ventilation, especially in such a delicate region. When it's perpetually covered, moisture accumulates, fostering an ideal breeding ground for bacteria and yeast. This can lead to irritation, itching, and, yes, odors sometimes strong, embarrassing, and unyielding. Research indicates that prolonged use of non-breathable liners can disrupt the delicate vaginal microbiome, elevating the risk of infections like bacterial vaginosis, which is frequently accompanied by a distinct fishy odor. There's also the concern of the materials themselves. Many liners are bleached with chlorine, leaving behind trace chemicals like dioxins that can irritate sensitive skin. Fragrances, while marketed as refreshing, are a common trigger for allergic reactions and can disrupt the natural pH balance of the vagina, thereby exacerbating odor. And if you're relying on liners to manage bladder leaks, the constant moisture from urine can intensify the problem, as it's a magnet for bacterial growth. Consider a vivid analogy. Imagine wearing a plastic glove on your hand for an entire day. Even if you're not actively sweating, your skin becomes clammy, right? When you finally peel off the glove, it doesn't exactly smell like a bouquet of roses. Now, extend that image to one of the most delicate and sensitive parts of your body every single day. That's precisely what non-breathable panty liners accomplish. They might offer a sense of protection, but they often contribute to the very problem you're trying to prevent. I know a woman, Sarah, from Manchester, who depended on panty liners for years due to occasional stress incontinence. She genuinely believed they were keeping her clean and confident, but she began to notice a powerful odor that made her acutely self-conscious. She would change liners multiple times a day, switch to scented versions, and even applied extra deodorants, but nothing offered relief. When she finally mentioned it to her gynecologist, the doctor inquired about her liner habit. Sarah was astonished to discover that the liners themselves were the core issue. She transitioned to breathable, organic cotton liners and commenced pelvic floor exercises to address the leaks. Within mere weeks, the odor had vanished, and she felt as if a heavy weight had been lifted. What to do instead? If you need liners, there are smart ways to use them and safeguard your skin. Choose breathable materials. Seek out liners crafted from 100% organic cotton or bamboo with absolutely no plastic backing. Brands focused on natural materials are excellent choices. These options facilitate airflow and minimize moisture buildup. Avoid fragrances and harsh chemicals. Unscented, unbleached liners are significantly gentler on your skin and far less likely to cause irritation or upset your vaginal pH. Change frequently. Swap out liners every 3 to 4 hours, or more often if they become damp, to prevent bacterial accumulation. Consider reusable cloth liners. Washable liners made from organic cotton or hemp are environmentally friendly, cost-effective, and much kinder to your skin. They are soft, breathable, and simple to clean. Give your skin a much-needed reprieve. If feasible, go liner-free for a portion of the day, such as at night, to allow your skin to breathe naturally. Address the underlying cause. If you're using liners for bladder leaks or significant discharge, consult your physician. Pelvic floor exercises, often called Kegels, dietary adjustments like reducing caffeine, or medical treatments such as vaginal estrogen for postmenopausal women can significantly lessen the need for liners. A urogynecologist or pelvic health specialist can provide personalized solutions. You deserve to feel comfortable and dignified, and that begins with treating your body with the utmost care. If liners are part of your routine, make choices that truly support your health rather than inadvertently hindering it, and never be afraid to have an open conversation with your doctor. There's absolutely no shame in seeking solutions that help you feel your best. If you are still watching this video and finding these lessons useful, please comment insightful below to let me know you are still with me. Thank you for your valuable time. 4. The extended wear of shapewear. Now, let's talk about shapewear. Those seemingly magical garments like control briefs, tummy smoothers, or high-waisted shapers that promise to sculpt our figures into sleek, confident silhouettes. Whether you consider them your secret weapon or just your suck-it-in shorts, most of us have a pair stashed in our drawers for special occasions. Some of you might even wear them daily, slipping them on before heading to work, church, or a family gathering, and I completely understand the appeal. There's something undeniably empowering about feeling snatched, tucked, and ready to confidently glide in that form-fitting dress or tailored slacks. If you wear shapewear, comment sleek style. I'll never forget the day I wore shapewear to my granddaughter's wedding. I selected a refined, champagne-colored gown, and those high-waisted control shorts made me feel like royalty, elegant, poised, and a good decade younger. I danced, laughed, and posed for photographs, feeling utterly weightless. But by the time the reception progressed into its fifth hour, my fairy tale began to unravel. Those shorts, which had initially felt like a gentle embrace, were now compressing me like a boa constrictor. My skin felt clammy, and when I finally peeled them off in the hotel room, I detected an aroma that was anything but regal. Here's the scientific explanation, gleaned directly from my conversations with a trusted gynecologist. Shapewear, particularly the tight, full coverage varieties, compresses your pelvic area and traps moisture against your skin. Your vulva and vaginal region require air circulation to remain healthy. However, shapewear, especially when combined with non-breathable fabrics like polyester dresses or worn in hot, humid climates, creates a warm, damp microenvironment. This is a perfect breeding ground for bacteria and yeast, which can lead to irritation, yeast infections, bacterial vaginosis, and yes, a strong, unpleasant odor. For older women like us, whose skin is often thinner and more sensitive due to menopause-related hormonal shifts, the risks are even higher. Our natural vaginal pH becomes less acidic with age, making us more susceptible to imbalances that trigger odor or infections. I learned this lesson the hard way during a lengthy church day a few years back. It was one of those marathon Sundays, morning service, a potluck lunch, and an afternoon women's ministry meeting. I wore my favorite tummy control shorts under a linen skirt, convinced I would look polished for all 7 hours. By the time I arrived home, I was walking as if I'd spent the entire day riding a horse. My skin was red and irritated, and there was a distinct sour smell that made me cringe. It took 2 days of airing out, loose cotton underwear, and a probiotic cream recommended by my doctor to feel normal again. Definitely not my proudest moment. So, what's the solution? Here's my shapewear survival guide, honed over years of trial and error. Make shapewear a special occasion choice. Reserve shapewear for events where you desire that extra polish, such as weddings, family reunions, or holiday parties. It's not meant to be your everyday uniform. Your body will appreciate the breathing room on regular days. Set a time limit. Aim for no more than 4 hours in shapewear at a stretch. If you're attending a long event, consider a quick restroom break to remove it halfway through, or bring a looser outfit for later. I now pack a flowy maxi dress in my bag for post-event relief. Choose breathable materials. Look for shapewear with cotton or moisture-wicking panels in the crotch area. Avoid full coverage styles that feel like plastic wrap. Many reputable brands now offer options designed with ventilation in mind. Prioritize post-shapewear care. As soon as you arrive home, shed the shapewear before you even kick off your shoes. Wash the area gently with a mild, fragrance-free soap. Pat dry thoroughly and slip into loose cotton underwear. If you're prone to irritation, a thin layer of a barrier cream can soothe sensitive skin. Review your wardrobe. Pair shapewear with breathable fabrics like cotton or linen dresses rather than synthetic materials that trap heat. And if it's a hot day, skip the shapewear altogether. No one is scrutinizing your waistline, and your comfort is worth more than a stranger's fleeting opinion. Most importantly, remember that your true confidence doesn't emanate from a pair of control briefs. It stems from how you carry yourself. If shapewear makes you feel like $1 million, use it judiciously, but don't let it hold your body hostage. If you are still watching this video and finding these lessons useful, please comment confident below to let me know that you are still watching this video with me. Thank you for your valuable time. 5. Wearing damp workout clothes or swimsuits for too long. Now, let's transition to another sneaky culprit, lingering in damp workout clothes or swimsuits. This one often takes us by surprise because it typically starts with the best intentions. Perhaps you're enjoying a brisk morning walk around the neighborhood, attending a Zumba class at the community center, or joining your friends for water aerobics at the retirement village pool. You're feeling invigorated, proud of staying active, and perhaps you decide to linger for a chat or a cup of tea afterward, still in your sweaty leggings or wet swimsuit. It seems harmless. After all, you're just unwinding, right? Wrong. Doctors have been raising alarms about this for years, and I've got the proverbial scars, or rather, the itches, to prove it. If you exercise, comment active health. Lingering in damp clothes, especially those tight, clingy ones that hug your pelvic area, is akin to rolling out the red carpet for bacteria and yeast. The warm, moist environment created by wet fabric is a perfect storm for irritation, odor, and infections like yeast infections or bacterial vaginosis. And let me tell you, at 75, dealing with a persistent unpleasant smell or an urgent trip to the doctor for an infection is certainly not on my agenda. My wake-up call arrived during my water aerobics days. I adored those classes, the lively music, the camaraderie, the feeling of being weightless in the pool. After class, a few of us would sit on the poolside benches, drape towels over our laps, and sip coffee while catching up. I'd remain in my swimsuit, assuming the towel was sufficient to keep things in check. But after a few sessions, I started noticing a fishy odor later in the day, followed by an itching sensation that made me want to sprint to the nearest shower. Initially, I attributed it to the pool's chlorine or perhaps a less than ideal batch of soap. But when it recurred, I realized the problem was my own habit of sitting in that wet swimsuit for nearly an hour, essentially allowing my skin to stew. The same principle applies to workout clothes, especially those high-tech, moisture-wicking leggings that sound so impressive. Don't misunderstand me. I appreciate their advanced fabrics, but they are not magical. If you don't change out of them within 20 to 30 minutes after sweating, you are effectively steaming your undercarriage. I made this error once after a power walking session with my neighbor. We completed our loop, relaxed on her porch with lemonade, and I didn't think twice about staying in my damp leggings. By evening, I was contending with an odor that could have cleared a room and a rash that had me reaching for the hydrocortisone cream. Here's how I now keep this problem at bay, with a routine that has become second nature. Change immediately after activity. Whether it's a swim, a vigorous workout, or even a sweaty gardening session, I make it a strict rule to change out of damp clothes within 15 minutes. No exceptions. If I'm at the pool or gym, I head straight to the locker room after class, even if it means shortening my coffee chat. Pack a post-activity kit. I keep a small bag in my car containing a clean pair of cotton underwear, a soft cotton dress or loose pants, and a pack of fragrance-free baby wipes for a quick refresh if I can't shower right away. It's a game changer for long days out. Shower smartly. Once I'm home, I rinse off with lukewarm water and a gentle, pH-balanced cleanser. Hot water can dehydrate sensitive skin, so I keep it mild. I also ensure to thoroughly pat the area dry. Moisture is the enemy here. Choose the right gear. For workouts, I opt for looser-fitting shorts or leggings with a cotton-lined crotch. For swimming, I select swimsuits with quick-drying fabrics and avoid styles that are excessively tight, and I always verify that my gear is clean before wearing it. Damp clothes left sitting in a gym bag are an absolute no-go. Air it out. After changing, I allow my skin some breathing room. At home, I'll wear a loose cotton nightgown or robe for an hour or so to let things air out naturally. It's not glamorous, but it works. One final tip. If you're prone to infections or notice recurring odor, consult your doctor about a daily probiotic supplement or topical probiotic cream. These can help balance your vaginal flora, particularly as we age and our bodies produce less natural lubrication and beneficial bacteria. And if you do end up with irritation or a smell that persists, don't be shy. See your gynecologist. There's no shame in prioritizing your body's health, and trust me, they've heard it all. All right, ladies, we've covered a lot today, from bidding farewell to tight synthetic underwear to changing out of damp workout clothes promptly. I sincerely hope you're feeling empowered to make some simple yet impactful changes for your health and comfort. So, tell me, what's one key takeaway you've learned from this video that you're ready to put into practice? Drop it in the comments below. I'd love to hear from you. If you found this video helpful, please leave your comment below and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel for more real talk like this. Before you go, be sure to check out our other incredibly insightful videos on maintaining your well-being and confidence as you age. We've got a treasure trove of content waiting for you. Until next time, take excellent care of all of you.